Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. We are on our next installment of our top 50 of all time for now. I'm pretty sure they would change if we ranked them again. But we're kind of close, and we're right in the middle, right in the heart of the list. If you haven't watched the others, go hop on over and watch those. Or I don't know, if you want to start in the middle, start in the middle. But today we are doing 30 through 21. And since you started last time, I will start this time.
Yes.
So my 30 is a small box game called Downtown Farmers Market. I love this little puzzle of a game. It is a very limited grid that you have to build to meet 4 objectives in rows and 4 objectives in columns. And it's just cute little things you would find at a farmer's market. Cheese and milk and eggs and things like that. It's one of those give up on your dreams games.
Vegetables?
Oh yeah, vegetables, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those give up on your dreams game where you're not going to get all of the objectives. It's very unlikely that you will meet all of them, so you're kind of pushing your luck to see which ones you might be able to fulfill. The art is bright and colorful and simple, and I really, really enjoy this game. It is one that we got to a little bit later than other people. We missed the shiny newness of it when it came out, but it is one that I would play anytime someone asked. What is your number 30?
My number 30 is Santorini, New York.
Oh.
And we never played the original, so this was my first exposure to Santorini. But it's a lot of fun, and you can be really mean.
I played the original on Board Game Arena and could not manage to win. To the point where the people that were teaching me how to play were like, "You could do it, buddy."
Aww.
It was a little bit sad. But it was really fun. And then when we had the choice to pick, we chose New York because we live close to New York, and because I liked the Art Deco kind of
It was very cool, yeah.
Empire State Building.
1920s, 30s.
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the powers of the builders that were available, and I like the colors. It's very colorful and pretty in a muted earth tone kind of way. So we chose New York. I don't know how much difference there is between the two editions, the original and Santorini, New York, but we're going to say we prefer New York. My 29 is actually 2 games because I left one off the list. My list is a little
bad,
hibbledy-bibbledy.
Bad.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of every game you own, and sometimes when you're looking at that whole list, it's hard to see which ones are missing. So my 29 is 3 Sisters and also French Quarter. To be fair, I think French Quarter would have been higher up the list.
If it had been on the list.
Yeah. But I can't think of anything higher than this that I want to really bump off the list. So I'm just going to combine them into number 29.
Yeah, that seems like not cheating.
Yeah, that's fine. 3 Sisters is another crunchy roll and write in the series that started for us with Fleet the Dice game. And this is one where it's combo on combo on combo. 3 Sisters appealed to me a little bit more than Fleet originally because it was a nice gardening theme and there were pumpkins and it was lovely. But I love these crunchy roll and writes, and as long as I can keep track of all the bonuses so that I'm not messing up as I go along, and honestly, if I'm playing solo, who knows if I am, then these are one of my favorite things to play by myself as far as roll and writes go. And French Quarter, the newest one of these, is absolutely my favorite of them. You have all those combinations that you have in the others, but you also have this little map that you're working your way through with a second line parade in the French Quarter in New Orleans, or for us, we like to kind of pretend that it's in the French Quarter at Disney World. We've never been to New Orleans. But so we love it. It's bright and it's colorful, and you cannot beat the combos in these crunchy roll and writes. What's your only single 29?
My 29, which is just the one game, is Star Wars Outer Rim. Is good.
I think this is actually my favorite of the Star Wars games.
Really?
I know it is not your favorite of the Star Wars games.
I think of the Star Wars games on my list, it is the lowest rated.
Well, I love this one. It's just a
spoilers, but
it's a pick up and deliver game. And for me, it was great. I recognized all the characters and all the planets and all of that, which sometimes in the more complicated Star Wars games, I don't know all of them. And then Billy spends the game telling me what they are.
But in a helpful way.
In a helpful way.
What's that?
No, it is. It's helpful. This one's just fun. It just is. You pick up Chewbacca and then you take him and whatever you're picking up on the contract that you have and bring it to the other side. And it was just a lot of fun. It was fun to play in that universe. Why do you like it?
We haven't played it in a little while, though.
No. Because we haven't played it. It's right there.
I don't think you pick up Chewbacca.
You can have Chewbacca, can't you? Pick him up? I thought if you were Han, then Chewbacca could join you. I could be wrong. Don't listen to me.
I mean, it's been so long since we played it. I genuinely don't remember, but that doesn't sound right to me.
Okay. It is a pick up and deliver game based on Star Wars, which, is one of Billy's favorites. So anything in that universe is going to be a hit. My next game, number 28, is one that I spent hours and hours putting tiny little stickers on so that it looked nicer.
That could be any number of games.
I know, but this one is near and dear to me, and that is Tiny Towns.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the games that we played the most times early on, because we would just come up and play it and play it and play it.
It's really good.
It really is.
I need to find more words than
it's really
it's
fun.
Fun because it's good.
It is kind of a polyomino game, except that after you build that polyomino, you take everything off but one piece of
omino.
It's just an omino, yeah. But you're just trying to build out this, go for it, tiny town with houses and farms, and you not only score for adjacencies, but you also have to try and fill in the whole town without gaps, which gets trickier and trickier as you move through. And also, you aren't always determining what resources you get. Sometimes your opponent gets to determine what resources you both get. And in that case, sometimes your opponent can make you get resources that you can't use. And so then you're kind of a turn behind. Not that Billy would ever do that.
No.
But I love this. It's bright and it's colorful. And ours is even more bright and colorful because I put stickers all over it. We actually just got the expansion, which is Tiny Town Architects. We have not played that yet. We do have the previous expansions, though. But for the list's purposes, it is just the base game.
My number 28 is one that you are very familiar with. And I think you probably have higher on your list. Well, I would certainly hope you have higher on your list. I don't know. Sometimes you make weird choices. It's New York Zoo.
At 28?
28.
Wow.
Yes, 28. It's a great game, and I love it.
I've been betrayed.
But there's a lot of great games on this list.
Do you want to talk about New York Zoo, or do you just want to wait?
I think we should wait, because I feel like it's coming up next.
No.
Wait, will it be this video? Well, I mean, because if it's not this video, then we should talk about it a little.
New York Zoo is a wonderful polyomino game where you are building out a zoo. And
is it in New York?
I think it is in New York. How did you know that?
I'm psychic.
Okay. And you are building little enclosures, and then you are putting animals in, and as you go around this kind of board where you draft from, your animals get to breed to fill up the enclosures so that you can get more enclosures and more attractions. And basically you're just trying to fill out the grid of your board with these polyomino shapes that can be either enclosures or attractions. And you're doing this by moving that little elephant around the board and drafting either an enclosure or animals to put in there. I love this game. This was for a very long time my number one game, and I don't know if it is now. We'll have to see, I guess. But it's not going to be on this video. We had a tiny bit of technical difficulty, and a whole day passed. You didn't get to see the time lapse, but trust us, the whole day passed. I'm going to start with my number 27, and my number 27 is one of the crunchiest roll and writes I've ever played, and I did play it a lot.
A lot.
And if you like combos, this is one for you, and that's Hadrian's Wall. Now, Hadrian's Wall is 2 full pages of choices, different paths to win. It's what Billy refers to as a spreadsheet roll and write.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure she's ever going to want to try this one. And it has combo after combo after combo. But in order to remember them, this one uses wooden pieces, meeples and bricks and things like that, so that when you're trading in your combos and your resources, it's very tactile, which helps me remember that and talking out loud. 2 bricks, 1 blue person, which, yeah, Billy can attest to.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely the heaviest roll and write that I have. Easily, even more so than my favorite kind of crunchy Fleet, Three Sisters, Motor City, French Quarter. But I love it, and it works really well solo. So that is my number 27. What's your 27?
My number 27 is a spooky game that we've liked so much that we play a whole year round. It is Castle Party.
Yeah. Castle Party, which is a flip and write, so it's in the and write category.
I suppose.
It is. You flip it over, there's a shape, you write it on your board.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, technically.
I mean, you build the shape. It's a little complicated, but you flip over a card with a shape on it, and then you use your little square cards to build out that shape, and you draw it on your boards. But kind of the catch that makes this one different is that you can't rotate the shape. So if it's facing one way for me, it's going to be facing a different way for Billy, and she can't rotate that. So you can look at the other person's board and see maybe what doesn't land, what wouldn't fit. Also, it's just a really, really adorable game.
The art is so cute and good.
It's just a cute game about witches and vampires and ghosts going to a party at a castle. What's not to love about that? And some of them don't get in and they wind up in the moat. That happens. But Castle Party, yeah, we play it year-round. That is one of the spooky games that we play year-round. It's also a nice small box game that's really quick to play and super easy to teach people. My number 26 is new to us, fairly recently new to us, and is all the way up at 26. And that is Harmonies.
Harmonies, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and Harmonies we've talked about in some videos before, but Harmonies is a game where you draft pieces to build habitats that also form patterns so that you can draft little animals to come and live in your habitat. That's the best description I can do. It's really beautiful. It's really tricky and puzzly. It's not hard to play, but it's hard to make sure that you're playing as well as you want to, getting as many animals as you want to, drafting the right pieces, making sure other people can't draft the right pieces. But yeah, Harmonies we got very recently and played a lot, and I think it will stay. I don't think it's recency bias. I think that this game will stay up at the top. So
my number 26.
Wait. 1 second, 26. Billy just accused me of not putting Harmonies on her list. And I'm sorry, was Harmonies on your list?
No.
Yes, it was.
Prove it.
It's right there.
Right.
It's number 71, so ha.
What? No.
Yes.
That doesn't seem right. Stop touching my list. You're going to draw on my list. Get away.
Okay. Do your number 26 now that we know that you've accused me falsely.
My number 26 is also Harmonies.
No, it is not.
It is now.
Do you want to swap out your 26 for Harmonies?
What do I have at 26? Oh, no. I like this one.
Fine, you want to swap one out, you can, but everybody knows that you swapped. So what's your 26?
My 26 is I want to say my second favorite trick-taking game. Can you guess based on that?
Tournament in Camelot.
It is. Yeah.
I'm a good guesser. I like Tournament in Camelot because it's a different kind of trick-taking game, Fred, because
It's a duel?
Yeah, it's a duel.
You're, like, competing and you're hurt. You have hit points. You're actually, like, fighting and it's...
and the age score is, like, young, old, decrepit, like,
It's really, and the art is all, like, it looks like old manuscript.
Yeah, it looks like illuminated manuscripts. And you play as a character, so your character has specific powers. And the characters are like King Arthur and Guinevere and Lancelot, Bedivere. So these are good. I don't know if Bedivere's in there, but, you know, the others are. I don't remember because we always play as the same one.
Bedivere.
So. But they changed the way you play a trick-taking game, which was fun. And I think it was also one of the first trick-taking games we played that did that kind of just completely changed. You weren't always trying to win. Fox in the Forest did a little bit, but that was more of like, how many tricks do you want to win?
Can you win without winning too much?
Right. This is a different thing. This is sometimes you want to win and sometimes you want to inflict wounds. Sometimes you don't.
There's like poison cards that even if you lose, you could poison the other person.
And then you would win. So It takes a little more thought to play out your hand well, but Tournament of Camelot is one of the best trick-taking games that we own, easily.
Yes.
My number 25 is not going to come as a shock to anyone that it's up on this list. Maybe that it's not higher. It does surprise me that it's not a little higher, but again, anything past here are games that we love and pretty much might be interchangeable. I mean, if you asked me next week, they could be different.
Yep.
But my number 25 is a solo game. It is a beautiful game, and it is a game that just got a reprint, and that is A Gentle Rain.
Yay.
Yep. Gentle Rain, a new edition came out. Actually, 2 new editions came out, and I love this game. I gifted this game during COVID to everybody, and then they wanted to gift it to other people, and it wasn't available, so everybody was very excited when it got back out there. It is a very calm, very soothing game. In the instructions even say, like, take a deep breath, relax, and you're just building out a pond so that you can have the lilies bloom on the pond. And even when you lose, it's not really stressful because you have this beautiful pond in front of you with all these lilies. It is the perfect solitaire game to play if you've had a really hard day and you just want to sit down to something and play a little without getting too stressed and without it being too complicated. And I can't say enough good things about Gentle Rain.
Mm-hmm. My number 25 is Harmonies. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because you moved it.
No, I
Because you heard me say Harmonies and you're like,
you can't prove anything.
That's a really good game. I'm going to move it up my list. Is there something you'd like to say about this Harmonies game?
Yeah, well, I think you really covered it. I think 25 is Harmonies.
What did you kick out?
Nothing. It's Harmonies. What are you talking about?
All right, Billy's number 25 is Harmonies, which we just talked about and is a beautiful, beautiful game.
Before it was Harmonies, it might have been Wormspan.
You bumped Wormspan.
I did.
My number 24 is a party game, and it is a party game that I pull out every time I have new people to show a game to because it's very easy to get into. The rules are very easy for most people. And that is Just One.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you have to remind people, Just One. And Just One is a game where everyone around the table has a little card to write on, and somebody has the clue, but they don't see it. They hold it up, and the clues are numbered 1 to 6, and they pick a number and show everybody the card, so they don't know the clue. Everybody writes one word on their board. Just one. And then the clue giver doesn't look. Everybody around the table compares their answers, and if there are any duplicates, those are wiped out.
So the person guessing only gets to see the answers that were unique.
And what happens then is nobody gives the easy answer because everybody's afraid that someone else will give the easy answer.
Alternatively, everyone gives the easy answer.
And you get no clues.
You get nothing.
Not being able to choose the obvious answer winds up with some hilarious clues that people are just never going to get. The only thing that I caution about is if you're playing with people who don't like being put on the spot, sitting there trying to guess while everyone is like, it's easy, just look at this one, can make people feel uncomfortable. So we usually just give a reasonable amount of time and then we just say, hey, do you want to know? I'm not going to make somebody squirm who doesn't know. Some people like to sit there and think it out, and some people would rather not. So just be aware of that. We have never played for points, like I've said about other party games.
Yeah, we usually don't. We just
do it a couple rounds
keep playing
until everybody's
everyone's
happy.
Done.
Yeah, it's fine. What is your 24?
My number 24 is Maximum Apocalypse.
That's a good one.
It's very fun. What's the term? Is it tile exploration? Or...
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's a dungeon crawl, kind of, but you're running away from zombies, so it's not in a dungeon.
It's not always zombies. Sometimes it's...
You're right. Sometimes it's kaiju.
Kaiju, dinosaurs, gothic monsters, aliens.
We might have a lot of expansions.
We do.
And I will tell this story one more time, but we met with the people from Rock Manor Games who are lovely humans, and I was like, we should definitely get this game. And Billy just looked at me and said, we have it.
We've had it for like 4 years.
We've had it for a very long time. So then we didn't buy it then, came home, played the version that we had, and it was like buying a brand new game from our shelf. And since then, we have gotten the expansions to go with it. Mm-hmm. We don't play a lot of co-op games at all. We tend to be a little bit competitive. But this one we had a really good time with because it actually took real decision making for both of us. One person couldn't just control the board and quarterback.
You had to, like, get some of the gasoline. It was fun.
It's a really fun game. My number 23 is one of the most beautiful games we have, and that is Honey Buzz with beeples and little worker bees. Business bees, I believe Jamie calls them. Beeples. So it's worker placement and contract fulfillment, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Bees getting pollen from a meadow and, making little things out of them. We also got the fall flavors, which is just stunning, and we got it in time so that we can
pumpkins.
Play in the fall. It has little pumpkins. They're really cute.
Pumpkin meeples? Peoples? No.
No. It's probably one of the heavier games on our list. It's not that heavy, but we have a lot of small box light games on this list this time. So yeah, Honey Buzz is my number 23.
My number 23 is a game that I adore. We have played with Dad and Connor plenty of times, and you hate it with all of your heart. Your black withered heart.
You're supposed to say what games I hate.
You are a terrible, terrible person and a spoil sport, and you hate fun.
What game
was
is
I talking about again?
What game is it?
All right, Once Upon a Time. What game did you think it was?
I don't hate Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is a storytelling game with cards where you're using the cards in your hand to build out a
game. Because I love RPGs and stuff, and this is just like a free-form kind of...
Mm-hmm. And what would be a good way to make somebody want to play that game with you?
I don't know, finding someone with, like, a heart or a
would it be not to tell
spirit.
them you don't play this game right? You're not very good at it?
I didn't say you weren't good at it. I did say you were doing it wrong, because you were doing it wrong.
I was telling a story with the cards.
Yes. No, you were. No matter what anyone said before you, you're like, anyway, those guys go away. And then this new story started that did the thing I needed.
But I needed the cards to get out of my hand. That's how you do it.
No, you have to find ways to work them into the story, to integrate them.
I did.
No,
I did. That's why I won't play with you.
You segued to them.
So clearly this nice little storytelling game causes no conflict, and you should play it with anybody anytime.
It's very nice.
It is very cute, and we have all the expansions that went with it, so we had all the fairy tale characters and critters that were available. But yeah, I don't play it that often because I was bullied.
Because you were a bully. You were a monster.
Okay, my number 22 is also a newish game. There's a bunch of them on here. Some of that might be recency bias.
No.
But this one is a game about racing. It is Thunder Road Vendetta. Now, normally, a game about car racing probably isn't going to make the top of my list, but a game about car racing where you can bump into everybody else on the map and attack them with a helicopter.
Push you into a mountain.
Push you right out of the race. Yep, that one's going to make my list. So it's just really fun. It's chaotic and crazy, and at 2 people it's a little bit crazy. With more people it's insane. So it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Oh, okay. Well, so maybe you'll hear about it later. What is your number 22?
My number 22 is Star Wars Imperial Assault, which might be surprising because we haven't played it that much. We've played maybe a game and a half of it at most.
You know why this made it onto the list, right?
Why?
Perfect spoons, perfect day, perfect group.
Because
no cleanup, no...
Setting this game up is sometimes a nightmare, especially since I think we are missing pieces of the board. The last time we tried, we spent like 45 minutes looking through them all and could not find
No, we just misidentified one. But it takes that long to set it up, and it's a great game once it's set up.
I think that we should...
We can set it up and leave it in the table. We didn't have a table last time we played.
They have those little, like, smaller box versions. Are they standalone or are they normal expansions?
I think they're expansions.
If they were standalone...
If anybody knows if they're standalone, go ahead and say so, but I think they're expansions.
I mean, we could just Google it as soon as the video's over.
You won't remember.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
But if they're standalone, I think we should get one of the smaller ones and play
But you're kind of all in on any Star Wars game, but you like this one.
I really loved the mechanics of it, the little bit I got to play it, but it's really fun.
We'll try again. My number 21 is a beautiful game of creating habitats and putting animals in it, and it's not Harmonies. It's Cascadia. Cascadia is...
You put Cascadia above Harmonies?
I mean, Pub Meeple did it.
No, you did. I've seen how much you've marked up your list. You cannot blame Pup Meeple.
Yeah, I might have. I love harmonies, and like I said, anything in this top couple here is going to be pretty close to interchangeable, but I think that Cascadia, well, we've had it longer, we've played it more, I've shared it with more people, so I have that kind of experience to say, like, oh, it was a great time when we played with this person or that person, and for me, the people around the table kind of create that experience, which means that's how I think of a game, so that factors in. But yes, Cascadia is... it was the follow-up to Calico, and we were all in on Calico. But I love putting the little animals. But you're building out patterns with your animals and patterns with your habitats. And Billy and I have a good time joking about the field salmon.
You do put a lot of salmon in the field.
It looks like it. You don't really, but it looks like it to us. So we think those are field salmon. They're very rare. Don't try to hunt them. But yeah, Cascadia is my number 21.
My number 21, my final one for this video, is a cutthroat, mean, cruel... We are at our most violent when we played this game, I think.
I'm a little afraid.
It's Azul.
No.
The pleasant tile laying game?
We are not at our most violent. You are at your most violent. I'm just placing...
And that's why you lose. That's why you lose.
But my patterns are prettier.
It's the same pattern. The pattern is predefined.
As soon as Billy thinks that she might be ahead, she just whips down a column and shuts me out. And that's...
Right, because that's the key to winning that game, is you just gotta end the game the second you get a little bit ahead. Don't go for lots of points. Don't try to win that way. Get a little bit and end it before anyone else can get points.
It's supposed to be a nice game.
No.
But we have this one, and we have the travel version, and we have Queen's Garden.
I am a big fan of Queen's Garden.
Yeah. No, I like any game where you're trying to puzzle out patterns and set collection or those things in combination. And in Azul, you have to kind of collect, 1 or 3 or 5, of the same tile in order to put it on that row. So it has a little bit of both. We play a lot of Azul. It's one of those games that we can play on the porch because it has tiles.
The pieces are nice and heavy. They won't blow away in the wind.
They will not blow away in the wind. So that is our 30 through 21. It is a little jumbled because we had a little technical difficulty. It's fine. You got to hear about all those games from 30 to 21. And if you think that we're juggling the positions of them now, wait until the next 2 videos, because as I look at that list, I am sure that I'm going to want to change it around because they are all really good games. And if I play one of those games between now and the next video, it'll move up the list. That's just the nature of
bias.
Yeah, it just happens. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. If you want to talk about any of these choices, hop into our Discord and chat about them. Tell us what's on your list. Tell us why our list is complete nonsense. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
Bye!
Oh, that video was hot. So yes, you're excited.
We're recording?
Yeah, but I'm not going to keep it on the air or anything. This is pretend recording.
On the air?
We're on the air, yes.
Okay.
It's an old-timey radio show.
Wait, was I supposed to cheer?
I don't know, you could cheer.
Yay!
There you go.
My 27.
You know you're supposed to say the game after that, right? You're supposed to say the number and then a game.
My number 27, the game that is 27 on my list, comes right after 28, before 26. Hey, you didn't put harmonies on the list.
It's not up here?
Oh, 71.
Ha! You can like to accuse me of things.
Oh.
I can sure. So Billy's number 5 is harmonies, which
number 5.
Number.
You're skipping a few.
You're moving it around. I think the best example of this was we had a game night down at the Buttonshine game store, and we played with some people that we didn't know, and this poor woman who was so lovely and played with us, and she wound up getting only 2 clues from the 8 people sitting around the table.
Oh no.
And they were poop and pants.
Oh my goodness. What was the answer?
Pigeon.
How?
Oh no, it was yoga. Wait.
What? Are you what?
It was, I don't remember.
Wait,
anymore.
was yoga one of the clues, or was poop pants yoga?
It was poop and yoga. Yes.
Is
Right.
pigeons?
No, it was pigeon. Okay, wait. Let me tell you this story again.
Start over. She just had the video cut out there. The camera didn't